Hi guys, so today is another one of those days where it's 7 p.m. and I'm just now picking up the camera. It's just been a big struggle. Last night, sorry, let me situate this first. Last night I was 100% sure that I was in labor. Around, I would say 12 o'clock, around midnight, I started getting really strong and rhythmic and consistent contractions, to the point where they were coming not exactly every 5 minutes, but about every 5 minutes. Me and Chad and Tinny were all in bed at that point, and they were so intense that I was like actually squeezing on Chad's arm and like having to breathe through it, and I had to get out of bed and walk around. I was really close to calling my mom and letting her know that she needed to come, because the contractions just, they were rhythmic, they were consistent, they were really intense, and no matter what I did, they didn't become more mild. There was no way to alleviate them. If I was standing up, they were consistent. If I was laying down, they were consistent. If I was sitting down, they were consistent. When we went to bed, the contractions had eased off a little bit, but I was still having contractions. And so I was certain that I was gonna wake up, you know, in a few hours with really painful contractions, but I was so exhausted. And yeah, they never got worse. They actually stopped altogether. I say stopped. If I really pay attention, I'm having contractions today. They always get more intense at night, but they're nothing that would get a baby out. But one thing that did happen is that I woke up this morning and could barely walk. So all those intense contractions that were rhythmic and consistent last night that I was having, they weren't useless. They were very productive, I think, in dilating me further and ripening my cervix, because I cannot put my legs together today. In between my legs, I am very, very, very sore. I hurt so much. Walking hurts. I look incredibly silly when I walk. I think Adelaide also moved down a lot more. So they weren't useless. They were productive. It's just, it makes you wonder when this thing is gonna happen. After everything that happened last night, I got no sleep because I was still having painful contractions even when we went to bed at 4:30 because of my crazy child. And Tinny slept until about 9, but I had gotten maybe just a couple of hours of sleep. And when your body is working that hard, just a couple of hours of sleep does not do it. I felt so strange. I had a bad headache, which is something I get whenever I haven't had sleep. I get bad headaches. But fortunately, my dad was gonna be in our area. You know, they live 2 hours away. My dad is a sales rep for an oil company, and he was going to be in our area today because of work, which was extremely fortunate because he came and checked on me and helped me this morning with Tinny a little bit and handled a lot of his business that he needed to handle, you know, over the phone and on the computer. And so that was extremely helpful. And then they will actually be back in our area again tomorrow, or about an hour away from us, which is half the time it would normally take to get to them. They live 2 hours away. So they'll be in Fernandina, Florida tomorrow, which is an hour away from us. And so they asked if I just wanted them to take Tinny back with them in case anything happened tonight, or, you know, even tomorrow. They would already have her rather than having to make a special trip, since my body does seem to be gearing for labor. And I was so glad they did that, but I got so sad about them taking her. It was necessary, and I'm really, really glad that they did take her, but I think I'm really emotional with it being this close to labor, you know, your hormones just start going crazy and everything makes you emotional. 2, I've really been trying to capitalize on the time that I have with Tinny, with her being an only child for the time being. I've been trying to soak up as much of that as I can because it's just precious, precious time. And 3, she's at this place now. She turned 2 last month, and she's at this place now where I thought she went through big changes quickly between the ages of 0 and 1 and the ages of 0 and 2, and that's true, but they're kind of more subtle changes. Now she just changes so quickly, and the changes are like really obvious. Like she'll just suddenly like be carrying on conversations with you, and it's like, when did you learn what that was? You know, when did you learn how to say that? Like, I got out of bed yesterday and I was like struggling to do that, and so whenever I was getting out of bed, she said, "Oh no, be careful." And she's never said that before, and that's something that I would say to her. And then it's other things, you know, it's just like, you know, she just makes these major changes that are so obvious, and they just happen so quickly. You know, when you're away from her for one day, you can see a change. And so it's really hard for me to be away from her for any amount of time now, because I feel like I miss something. So anyway, I'm glad they could take her, but I was pretty emotional about it. I've been trying to rest since then. I haven't gotten any more sleep, so I'm going on very little sleep, but I do feel better. I don't have a headache anymore. I am having contractions. It's nothing impressive at the moment. But we're gonna have some dinner. Here's my new walk. It's really sexy. You ready, baby?
Mm-hmm. Oh, way far apart.
It's sexy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And even that hurts. Like, if I could walk in a split position, I would.
That's the baby might fall out walk.
Yeah. If you guys happen to see anything fall out while I'm walking, just yell at me. I'll pick it up, okay? You know my husband, he is a coffee connoisseur. This is a recent development. And he's also become somewhat of a wine connoisseur lately as well. But before all of these things,
I've always been a hot sauce connoisseur.
he was a hot sauce connoisseur. And he has like the hottest stuff you can find. Right now we are discussing which of the hot sauces is the most likely to send me into labor.
No, it's the hottest you can get in a grocery store, to be fair.
Our options of hot sauce to send me into labor are either the sauce from Zaxby's that no longer peels the skin off of your fingers,
Right?
or this is what, Renfro's?
If you're lucky enough to find it at Publix, if you can get the ghost pepper kind.
Which one's going to send me into labor? That's the question.
Here, I'll tell you right now.
Or do I just drink both of them straight and ruin my esophagus?
Hey, watch out.
Is that too much? Should I add another chip?
No, I mean, you're gonna taste it. That's all you want to taste it. You're gonna feel it. Yeah. It tastes good at first, and then you get to eat.
It does taste good.
Yeah. But then you get to eat.
I like it. Each
So
bite
now-
after that, they exacerbate each other. I can tell this will get like worse the more
So
I
now you clear it out with this.
Yeah. I can feel myself starting to sweat a little bit
Now you clear it. That'll clear the heat,
with the ranch.
and then try the Renfro by itself.
I feel like, you know how you're not supposed to mix liquors? Or no, alcohols, like beer, wine, liquor, stuff like that. I feel like you're probably not supposed to mix really hot sauces.
I think that one's hotter. I like the flavor of the Zaxby's better.
You kind of feel it in your throat, and then you start sweating. sweating and then your heart starts to race.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see if this sends me into labor. Okay, so our dinner is I'm making some wraps. Chad's is ready, but he won't be eating for a while, so I put some fresh lettuce, black olives. The cheese is Havarti, that is freshly shredded. These are buffalo tofu chicken patties. I love these. They're, I believe, by Morningstar. And I, of course, have pickles in there as well because I love pickles in everything. And here's the homemade ranch that I made in the previous vlog. I'm just going to go ahead and mix that in there because then it makes it easier to eat rather than dipping the whole wrap. I'm also watching Jessica Moylan right now. I'll leave her links below. This is the cutest little vlog where she and her husband took their kids to the Gruffalo Trail. So cute.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits. 'Cause I want this to last like nothing ever lasts before. I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich.
So I got my wrap here. It looks delicious. Got the homemade ranch that I made because it's going to go with this is a mix between regular tater tots and broccoli tots. We love the broccoli tots. These are so good. And that'll be my dinner. So Gracie and I are going for a walk. She's going for a walk. I'm going for a waddle through the neighborhood. It's about 8:30 now and it's just now, or within the past hour, gotten to where you can stand to be outside in Florida. Any other daylight hour, you walk outside and you immediately burst into flames. I doubt that's something Disney World's putting on the brochure right now. We'll see if it gets this baby out. I don't know. I'm sorry for how much the camera's probably bobbing up and down. As you noticed, I can't walk very gracefully right now. Pressure and everything, but I have an unbelievable amount of pressure and pinching between my legs right now. I don't know how my water has not broken. I just feel like there's just so much pressure. It makes it hard to walk. It makes it painful to walk. I cannot even close to put my legs together. My stomach is so tight. I don't know how I'm not in labor. I'm gonna get in the shower just to try to loosen everything up a little bit. Okay guys, I'm going to bed. My stomach is super tight. I'm very uncomfortable. I guess I've seen that also doesn't mean anything. But I know I'm getting closer, that's for sure. So yeah, either way I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay?